This is Santiago. Now, he is a Michelin-starred chef, owner of Cole, and right now, one of the best chefs in the world. So we're in for a treat, because he has brought some amazing snacks and drinks and ingredients and dishes for our normal home cooks to try.
It's a joy to be here, and I'm very excited to share a little bit of Mexico with all of you.
Boys, are you ready for round one? It's going to be Mexican snacks.
Oh, they look fiery. What is this? This is like you know when the kids aren't even having their medicine.
So Pelón Pelo Rico is a tamarind sweet that you open and then squeeze, and you have this like amazing sour sweet spicy tamarind
That almost erupts out of it.
Yeah, that is like Rasta hair that comes out from that.
These have got the look of like crunchy.
So
wasabi.
you're gonna open it.
God, what a voice!
So you're gonna take the red lid out.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
and then
okay.
you gotta press as a syringe. Yeah, like all the way so that the hair comes out.
It's like a Play-Doh machine.
So it's more. Yes, like that. Perfect. And then you just go for it.
Go for what?
Just eat it. Yeah. There you go. Nice.
Ooh. Oh God. Spicy, fruity,
Really tangy.
sweet.
Sour.
It has everything. That is not what I expected. And something that I think, if you're saying this is a treat you had as a kid, a lot going on.
I feel like I've had that wrapped around a pickle.
It feels very playful. I'd say
Yeah,
like
it
kids,
is.
it's unnecessary for the amount of candy inside of it, but
Yeah.
that makes it fun.
Is it tamarind and chamoy?
So it is tamarind.
Okay.
It is chamoy is chilies and sugar. So this one is tamarind, made with tamarind and a little bit of lime, a bit of chili, and a little bit of salt. So then that's why it's spicy, sour, and sweet. And the tartness actually comes also from the tamarind, because the tamarind, when you eat them, like when you eat the pulp, it's sour itself, sour sweet.
It's incredible. And is this like the actual product? Like, is the syringe part of how it comes?
Because it's like the consistency is a bit sticky, you don't want to have it in your hands. So then that's
Makes
why
more
you
sense.
press as you go, in a way, and then you can put the lid back again, and then, I don't know, so go somewhere else.
I love that because it's not just sweet and tangy like a sweet that we would have, but it's fresh.
Yeah, fruity, and it's hitting a spot that a confectionery sweet would do, but at the same time, you're having a fruit.
Are we counting this as one of our 5 a day?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Under the category of Mexican snacks, you've also got a bowl of nuts. Tuck in.
As soon as we saw these, we thought they were like wasabi peas.
But much better.
Similar but better.
That's really familiar. I like that.
Okay, there's a little tickle there from the.
It's a little tickle.
Both of them for a childhood snack, quite spice.
Flavoursome.
Yeah.
And spice. It's a nut. What nut is it?
This one is called hot nuts.
Hot nuts.
And it's the classic hot nuts, because they also have different flavors with like lime and stuff.
Yeah.
Mexican nut.
But the beauty of these ones are that are coated with a crispy coating that has like some sort of caramel, but it is a perfect texture to be crispy and then have another crisp of the nuts,
How do you like Santiago's hot nuts?
Those nuts, I reckon they beat Nobbies.
You reckon?
I reckon they might beat Nobbies. They're very similar, actually.
These are specifically under the category, we asked Santiago to bring snacks that he loved as a child and that kids love. You both have got kids. What do you think your kids would make of these snacks?
I think I've got a 7-year-old who's moving into beige food. And every now and then you find something that he loves to bring it back out of it. This is definitely not beige.
No, I think my kids would absolutely love this, and the fun of, it's the experience as well as the taste. I think my 11-year-old would love this. She's starting to get into a bit of spice. Probably a bit too spicy for Finn.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
A bit too spicy, where you're saying in Mexico is that's part of the competition, and you're just growing up in a community of spice.
You grow in an environment where everyone eats spice all the time.
Yep.
The heat of chili is very different than the heat of wasabi, because the wasabi comes in the nose, like mustard and stuff like that, but then the chili hits your tongue. So it is I don't know, like it is quite addictive.
Boys, should we move on to round 2? A drink.
Actually, yes, I need one, thank you.
Lift the cloche.
Oh,
Lovely, lovely.
okay.
Where are we starting?
Up to you, but drink each individually.
Oh, you're right. Am I going to like this?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
So Jamie loves tequila and mezcal. Of recent years, he used to be a whiskey drinker, and he's very much transitioned. Barry, less so.
Is that tequila?
No.
What is that? That's just petrol.
It's not just petrol. You can't say that. Santiago's right there.
No, yeah, he's not standing here.
This particular one, it's your own, isn't it? You've worked with people to make this for Cole.
Yeah, so we work directly with a mezcaleros, that is the mezcal maker in Puebla, to do it for us. So we call it Primavera. Every mezcal will have like a different flavors, and it's like every plant will have different flavors. So this one is very like floral, you know.
Oh.
That is mezcal.
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
That is mezcal. That smokiness.
That is beautiful. In smelling it, I was threatened, but actually, it's smooth, and you're right, there's a smokiness.
But if that was whiskey, you'd call it peaty. But I don't think in mezcal it is peat, because I think it's smoked tequila spirit.
You put yourself out there
I have.
in front of an expert.
Not in front of, downstairs from.
It is mezcal. From Puebla, in Mexico.
amazing.
Yeah, there you go. And the agave, the type of agave is called pizorra. That's the type of plant. Mezcal is like wine, so there is different varieties of plants.
Nothing like wine.
And this one is pizorra, so it's a very specific variety that's very floral. So that's what we call it Primavera. And we say in Mexico, we don't shot mezcal, you kiss it.
You're
you
right.
kiss it.
I do feel like I'm making out of it a little
Kiss that, not me.
bit. Together, usually.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that where tequila can only be made in the tequila region of Mexico, mezcal can be made anywhere?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like saying champagne is a type of wine. So then with tequila is a type of spirit made with agave that, as you said, it needs to be made in tequila in a couple of places. But mezcal is normally a bit more wild. Like tequila is steamed, the plants are steamed, where mezcal normally is made in an open fire pit. But if it's overly smoky, it's actually not, it's a fault. So it's important that it's balanced, the smokiness.
Over in the UK, tequila has a really bad reputation. But I'm meeting more and more people now who are falling in love with mezcal. Because you do have to kiss it. You are tasting it bit by bit, and it's on smelling it, I think people assume or will relate it straight to tequila and bad nights out. But as soon as you start sipping it, it's delicious.
I've been on the tequila train in the last 2 to 3 years, and I've really got to enjoy tequila, and I'm starting to explore more mezcals and actually going to bars and having tequila-based cocktails that have a mixture of tequila and mezcal. So you're not getting the full smoky mezcal experience. You're kind of getting a little bit of that, but also with the flavour from the tequila as well. I love that. That is amazing.
Whenever you drink a bottle of mezcal, it's guaranteed that you're gonna have a good night.
Dr. Santiago signed it off. And the other drink, try that one. That's a non-alcoholic drink.
Not for long. No.
Cheers.
Cheers. Is it like a ruby red colour? I know what that is.
No, you don't.
I know what that is.
No, you don't.
Is that hibiscus? I think
You think it's hibiscus?
I think it's hibiscus. Is it
Yes,
hibiscus?
it's hibiscus.
Oh, wow, look at you! How'd you know that?
Or part Mexican. I didn't have not.
In the streets of Mexico, seeing loads of different agua fresca, all different colours and flavours, but everyone always has that one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you got hibiscus because for me it's really fruity, but I'm guessing that's a sweetness.
Yeah, it's so refreshing.
I love that. Hibiscus tea really hits the spot on a hot day, but ice cold sweetened.
Ice cold hibiscus tea
Wow.
is incredible.
Is it always made from fresh hibiscus flowers, or is that it's like tea? Is it
No, it's made
product?
with dry. It's made with dry. Yeah. Just dry hibiscus water, dry hibiscus and water, and then you just heat that up. You can boil it, and then add. Normally we add piloncillo or like brown sugar.
Yep. Loved by all? Is it a generational thing? Is it again kids, adults,
Just-
grandparents, everyone?
Yeah, everyone. It's like the queen of the waters in Mexico. I mean, in Mexico you don't really drink like just water. I mean, probably a bad thing, but it doesn't make sense to have water that is just clear as much, you know. Like you have some, but you want it with the color.
Yeah.
You know, and so the most famous one is hibiscus and horchata. So there's the two, and then lemonade as well, like with lime and chia seeds. Yeah, they're doing a cocktail with that.
You can't trust them.
We've done a really good job. We've done a really good job there.
Are you doing recipe development for Cole?
Just some mixology.
This is what happens when you give us mezcal. What do you expect?
Do you have a mezcal and a hibiscus cocktail on the menu at Cole?
Not yet.
You do now.
Gentlemen, ready for another round?
We've got to finish this first, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't be alarmed by the extra jug of water, but do lift the cloche on Santiago's most important Mexican ingredient.
After you, Barry.
Ooh, okay. A star of chili and a dried chili. Okay.
Last time I ate a dry chili like that was with Natty.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I went on a real roller coaster, didn't I?
You did.
And then you called me a rude word that made it sound like I was being like a coward. And then you had one, and then you joined me.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
We suggest you start with the fresh chili, and then you can try one of the dried.
I think this is an interesting exercise because you will find out where the heat hits you with the fresh and with the dry chilies because it hits different parts of your mouth. So it's the way that I cook in the restaurant. I blend fresh and dry chilies to kind of customize the experience of the heat of the guests. You know? So yeah, go for it and then drink a glass of water and then have the small one.
You know when they do consumer testing and they do it behind a mirror?
Yep.
I feel like that's happening right now.
It does feel like that, doesn't it? Yeah. We're in a lineup.
All in?
No.
Go on.
No.
No?
No.
Do we go all in or nibble?
The whole thing, guys.
Right, well, I should have asked, shouldn't I?
You idiot, I'm going to nibble.
It's gonna be fine.
Cheers.
Cheers. There's a red pepper. Clean, spicy. Ooh, zingy.
It's coming in.
I'm going to say cooling.
Do you know what? I know what you mean. It's because of the water.
Holy moly.
Has it got you? There's water in the fruit of the chili. And so actually
It's a refreshing light chili, but with a very spicy light kick.
yeah, it's a fruity kick.
Yeah, a fruity spicy kick.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you feeling it?
On the end of my tongue. Actually, around the ring of my tongue, not the back of my throat.
No, it's that's a all around your mouth and on your tongue.
Oh, crap, it's getting worse.
Spice.
But I'm not having the worst time. My face doesn't show it, but I'm kind of enjoying this buzz.
It's a journey. You know, it's spice is a journey.
We've talked about chilies as that and certain spices as having that kind of roller coaster effect where you feel like you're on that ride. It is that journey. It is it's euphoric, and I find that quite euphoric because you have this whole whoa. You have to take a deep breath,
Yeah.
and then you fill your body with oxygen, and it gives you a little bit of a high.
My tongue is
And come back
dancing.
down.
My tongue is.
You also burn calories, you know, which is good as well.
It's not hurting, but it feels like someone's just doing a dance on my tongue.
We did put quite a lot of mezcal in that. Yeah. There's water here if you prefer that.
You're really going to Chile town.
The good news is the dried chilies are very, very small.
Yeah, but Evans, I've seen Mighty Mouse.
We reckon that 1 is about on par with what you've just had.
2, maybe 2.
But Santiago's saying maybe 2.
Yeah, 2 is fine.
Alright, so go with it. Go with it.
I think Jamie should start first.
Right,
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you start.
Yeah.
Tell you what, you're front of the queue now. You skipped the queue last time. You're front of this queue.
Cheers. Are you sucking
Okay,
or biting?
smoking. So smoky. Is that the bit? I'm
Really
already-
smoky. Very sweet, actually.
It's compounding. It's all around my cheeks and it's now the back of my throat. It's coated everywhere. Now I need milk.
And it's citrusy.
That is completely different. Also,
Citrusy.
that was foreplay.
I'll be honest, you're not far wrong because Santiago's having an amazing time up here.
It's now coated my entire mouth and throat.
So that chili is called piquin. There's so many different types of piquin chili, but then this one is used in the aguachile. That what you do is to make a cucumber, like you do cucumber juice with lime juice, and you add these piquin chilies to it.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And you normally have this in the coast, in the west part of Mexico. So if you just pound it a little bit, and then put the powder on like fresh seafood, is amazing. But it also gives you a huge heat if you just have like one bite like that.
When you think about the size of somewhere like Mexico and the different landscapes and climates and geographies, like it's amazing to think about how the cuisines change across that. The fact that you're saying that this is iconic with sort of seafood in the West, how does that differ to something more central or right out?
Yeah,
sort
so
of
for
the East
example,
Coast?
the fresh chili, like this is a Scotch bonnet, but the habanero is very traditional in Yucatan, that is the southeast, and it's only eaten fresh. Like they dry, but they don't eat it dry there. So it's all about like fresh ingredients. So, but then the thing is that in the desert, because it's very dry, that is the north part of Mexico, you want to dry them because you like that you can preserve them more. And different cuisines, they use different types of chilies. Like the center of Mexico is well known about bigger chilies and like dry to like infuse, you know.
The fresh started off sweet and it rose and it kept getting stronger and stronger. This hit almost immediately, but now has started to calm down.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I was listening to the Chili Peppers as I was coming in, and Aeroplane, one of the lyrics is, "I like pleasure spiked with pain." That's what that is.
Yep.
That is pleasure spiked with pain.
Yeah, very pleasurable. A little bit painful.
So now we're going to get Santiago to cook for us.
Finally!
Yes! Come on!